If you want to run your own business, travel the world, and really live a full life, then here are 5 decisions to get there quicker. Look to my weekly founder journal, in which I share all the lessons I learned from building my business all the way from the start and creating my dream life in the process. So, the first decision is where you spend your time and with whom you spend your time. And from my own experience, I know how important this is. I'll tell you 2 stories. So the first one is that during my student time, I lived in a student house. And already at that time, I had this dream of traveling the world and running my own business. But with the people I was living, that the norm was to just party, have fun, don't work hard on your own thing, and just enjoy that kind of life. And while nothing is wrong with that, that wasn't what I wanted. So it's so important, like, you just become the average of the people you spend the most time with. So I also turned into someone that just started partying, drinking, even though this wasn't at all what I wanted. So that showed me how important it is to surround yourself with the right people that want the same that you want to get. Then what I did, I started traveling, and this changed everything again. I got out of these old habits, I met new interesting people, and from the moment I started living with people that wanted the same, like, so much changed. And the moment I started meeting all these different people, so much changed. So what you can do to change your environment is go to places where these people hang out. So this can be, go to cities like Cape Town or Bali, go to, in your own city, go to hip cafes, co-working places, go to run clubs or paddle clubs. You can join online communities, you can reach out to cool people on social media that you find interesting. But the most important thing is you got to put yourself out there. You got to reach out, you got to explore, you got to go to different places. You got to change your environment, and you got to change the people you hang out with. Right, that's the first one. The second one is stop consuming and start creating. So what you're doing right now is consuming, which is really good. But if you don't create, it just becomes this one-sided loop, and it needs to be a circle. Like, first I was also only consuming, and then that just becomes too much. But from creating, that's where all the opportunities, that's where you learn the most from. So after some consuming, it's time to really start creating. That's when what I started doing as well. I started creating these YouTube videos, I started creating a newsletter, I started creating the business. So it's really time to start creating. And from this creation, you'll learn so much, you will get so much new insights that you wouldn't get from this consuming. And then when you have created, you can start consuming again. But it's really important to stop consuming and start creating more. So that's the second lesson. The third one, which will lean onto this as well, is just start somewhere. Like, when you want to have a business, it's way more important to just start than if it's the perfect idea. The idea doesn't matter in the beginning. You just want to get experience, because you also don't know what you don't like. So by doing something, you learn actual useful skills that will stack on top of each other, which will compound, which you can use in the next venture that you're trying. So it's way better and way more efficient to just start somewhere, get started, and stop waiting for this perfect time or idea, and just start somewhere. So then a little bonus tip, what I would look for, so this is the quick criteria I would look for, and then just start for a business that I will be starting is, all right, is it possible to do it online so I can travel? Is it something that doesn't need a lot of cash to get started? So is it lean? Then I want to see, are there already people that are doing it? So it's a proof of concept. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I just want to find something that works, put it in my own little sauce, or use a different niche for it. Those. And then make sure it's AI proof in this sense, like, or it's an AI business, or that's what I like to do. I'm building a community and like organizing in-person experiences, because I think is a strong pillar that even if AI grows, we still need this community and in-person experiences. So is it AI proof? And as well, do you like it to a certain extent? You don't have to love it. It doesn't have to be your calling yet. But if you already know you're just doing it for the money, I think that's the wrong reason, because a business will get hard. It will get, there will be a lot of tough decisions that you have to make. So if you don't like what you're doing, you will not continue long enough to get through these hard periods. So that are a few things that I will be looking for. Fourth thing, which is do the one thing, the first thing in your day. And this is really the way how you can start making massive progress towards your dream life that you want to be living, which is, okay, what is the most important thing that I need to be doing? Look at it. Like what would everything else make unnecessary? And then do it the first thing in the day. It's not about doing 100 things in a day and being crazy productive in that way. No, it's just about doing one thing that's super important and just get that done. And if you do that day by day, you'll make so much more progress and you'll move super fast. So this is really a cheat code. The one thing, and do it in the first time. Do it as the first thing in your day. All right. And then the last one is, don't forget to enjoy life right now, because it's not going to matter if you reach all those goals you're dreaming of, if you're living the dream life that you all dreamed, if you cannot enjoy life right now. Because if you cannot enjoy it now, you will also not enjoy it when you have all these things, because there's always something more, always something better or different, or there's always a problem going on. So, it will definitely give a lot of fulfillment while you're going on this journey, and it will feel really good achieving those things. But if you cannot enjoy what you have right now, then it will be so hard to enjoy it in the future. So it's all about just enjoying life right now. And if you do that day by day, then your dream life will unfold, because you can enjoy the present moment. So that's super important. So that's the last thing. All right. Right now, I'll share a bit more of what I'm working on currently in the business, as well as I will share the exact numbers that the business is currently doing. So first of all, we have a big win of the week. And this win is that there was a viral video with Rumi. We collaborated. He posted it, had like 100k plus views. And yeah, I also saw now what momentum really meant, because there were so many people applying, and I could feel the momentum going, and like people reaching out, and the ball started to roll, which is a really nice feeling to have. So that was a big win. So now let's dive into the numbers, and afterwards I will share exactly what I worked on in the business. So the numbers. Currently, we are at 158 applications, which is up 25 from last week. And then we're still at 11 members. The revenue is at 600. The follower count is at 1,727, which is up 780 from last week, which is almost double, which is insane. Then what I exactly worked on in the business. So I mainly worked on two things in the business. The first one was creating different funnels. So now everyone directly got pushed to the application form, but I wanted to create some different funnels to see if there were some different things that could work. Also send people to the houses so they could check out the houses first. The other thing I worked on was a new product that I'm launching, the Accountability Club. Did the final touches. That's now at 99%. So I'll be launching that soon. So that's super exciting. So if you just early on in the business, low on cash, and you really want to still have some accountability while you're starting out, then you should definitely check this out. All right. Then what I will focus on next week. So there will be three things that I will be focusing on. First one is that I will be having a lot of calls that came from this viral video that we had. And then also I will be launching the Accountability Club. And finally, it's the last week in the house. So I'll be focusing on, the ending ceremony that we always have, and bringing everyone together and bringing it to a nice end. So that's what I'll be focusing on. The question of this week is, what is one thing that you can change right now that will get you closer to your dream life? All right. Thank you for watching and listening, and appreciate you more than you think. And see you guys next week.